Welcome to a new series on this channel. We're going to be running through NRL's, top questions at the moment. Or not top questions, but just questions that people might have going through the end of this season and moving on to next season as well. We're going to start today with, can the Bulldogs be a successful club in 2022? So we're going to go through the Bulldogs team for 2022, signings and whatnot. We're going to go through and see if they can be a good team. So, I think the key points you want to make for the Bulldogs with their signings in 2022 would be obviously Josh Addo-Carr, who's just smashing it at Melbourne at the moment. Matt Burton, who is just turning into a incredible talent, and I think he'll do very well at the Bulldogs. Matt Duffy, of course, very good player at St George. Tavita Pangai Jr., currently at Penrith, but he will be moving to the Bulldogs next season. So they have some big signings, and obviously re-signing players like Corey Allen, Jake Averillo, so Matt Dory. They've got a good squad. Nick Kotrick as well. They have a decent team on paper for 2022. It's just a matter of if they can actually turn it into something big. Now they've got some good young talent as well. I think the likes of Bailey Beyonda Odo is turning into a brilliant young talent, so I think he can push them and just give their forward pack a bit of a boost. But yeah, going to 2022, I think, I don't know, we'll have to obviously have to see in round one and whatnot how the Bulldogs actually look. In my opinion, I don't think they will make finals next year. I think it's just too quick, and it's a large jump from obviously Wooden Spoon, but the signings they have are very, very strong. So yeah, it will be interesting to see. But I think next year they'll do a lot better for sure. Finish probably around that 9 to 12 spot in my opinion. But I think in future years, going 2023 and on, they are a good shot at finals footy if these stars that they've signed can stay up, because obviously the likes of Josh Addo-Carr coming from the Melbourne Storm and Matt Burton coming from the Panthers have a really strong system. It'll be interesting to see if the Bulldogs can, keep up the form of these good players, because, Craig Bellamy is a great coach, and he actually forms a lot of young talent into the players they are. So, it's interesting if the Bulldogs can keep these players in the form that they are, because if they can, then they'll definitely be a very strong team going into next season. But yeah, it's going to be something interesting to see, and obviously if the young players in this Bulldog squad can keep on improving, I think that'll be the main part. If the Dogs finish quite low on the ladder, I think it'll be disappointing. But then again, you need to remember that the next year they're going to need a year to work out this team and kind of get them to bond, because obviously with so many new signings and so many players moving in and out, it's going to be quite interesting to see how they work together that quickly. But yeah, just my shout, I don't think they're going to be able to make finals in 2022. Just in the future in general, I think they'll be able to turn this club around. With the signings they have, they just look super duper strong. And even next year, if they can get more signings, or even in the off season, because there's still a bit to go here, they're getting some really good signings, and a lot of young players are improving for the Dogs. So look, it's going to be interesting to see how they go, and if they can keep up the form of these strong players, because they'll be the ones to carry them to finals. Tavita Pangai Jr., obviously very, very good at the moment, and going through the Panthers system late at the end of this season, I think he'll be able to actually improve there. But Josh Addo-Carr is a main one, coming from the Storm, and even Matt Burton. Hopefully Matt Burton doesn't ruin his career going to the Bulldogs, because he's a really good player. But I think they'll be able to keep it up. It would just take a year or so to get used to it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, if the Bulldogs can turn their club around from last place to maybe a final spot in 2023.